Attorney General Pam Bondi has announced charges have been brought against some of these morons setting fire to Teslas and doing all this domestic terrorism. Also, there is a common theme with some of these people. And an elderly man has been arrested for keying one of the cars. I also want to play Jimmy Kimmel's response to this. Let's check it out.
And this evening, there is news amid the growing number of attacks on Tesla vehicles and dealerships, arson and vandalism across the U.S. There are multiple people under arrest tonight, and Attorney General Pam Bondi now calling the attacks domestic terrorism and what Elon Musk says the company is now doing. Here's our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky, tonight.
Tonight, Elon Musk says his company is stepping up security after a wave of firebombings, shootings, and vandalism targeting Tesla. As part of the enhanced security, Tesla is activating Sentry mode on every car in the dealership. That means security sensors and cameras are on and recording. Watch as Sentry mode is activated on this Tesla this week. A man seen allegedly keying.
All right, stay tuned because I want to talk about him a little bit later.
Car at a parking lot in San Jose was arrested and charged with felony vandalism. Today, Attorney General Pam Bondi said those charged with destroying Tesla property are part of a wave of domestic terrorism. Prosecutors said a suspect arrested for throwing Molotov cocktails at a dealership in Salem, Oregon, was also armed with a high-powered rifle. Prosecutors said another suspect who allegedly tried to set fire to Teslas in Loveland, Colorado, was found with materials to produce firebombs. And Daniel Clark Pounder, accused of torching a Tesla charging station in South Carolina and spray painting profane messages, allegedly found with a 3-page letter voicing objections to President Trump and Elon Musk's federal layoffs, writing, "We will not stand idly by." The Attorney General insisted today, David, these cases are going to be treated like terrorism. So far, the most serious charge is arson. David?
Aaron Katersky.
Shout out to Pam Bondi acting very swiftly on this matter. I know that a lot of people were criticizing her, saying, why is she not making an arrest, blah, blah, blah. I mean, when she first got sworn in, it was like a week after and people were already criticizing her. But she's acting very quickly on this right here. And this has to be stopped, so great job on that. I want to get into this really quick. The Daily Show. Look, New York Post says that the Daily Show co-host Jordan Klepper calls out studio audience for cheering Tesla arsonists. I think that's a misleading title, and I will show you why. But why are people cheering this on? I don't understand. This is, I mean, this is lunacy right here. People cheering on cars, an American car company being destroyed in certain areas. At least some of their property being destroyed. But I don't think he was calling them out because it seems like he was enjoying seeing this. That's just my opinion. It didn't seem like he didn't take a very serious tone with this. I don't think we should be making light of cars being set on fire and vandalism across the country. I don't think that's a good idea. But I want to get into Jimmy Kimmel next. I can't believe I used to like this guy about 15 years ago. I thought he was funny. He's a clown. Let's check it out.
Tesla vehicles, new Tesla vehicles, please don't vandalize, don't ever vandalize Tesla vehicles. And so vandalizing.
That pause right there was a wink and a nod to, yeah, go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. Don't, you know what, don't do that. Don't set these Teslas on fire. All right, so here's that guy who keyed up a Tesla. This is him in San Jose. I'm going to play it. Somebody called him out on this. Somebody saw him and recorded him. So here he is getting out of the car, getting out of his vehicle, and he keys it. So I will play what somebody did when they found him in public somewhere else. Real quick, here he is right here. That's the same guy in the video from before that was in that news broadcast. And there he is. Kind of waiting around. Does he not know that these cars have cameras on it? And plus, you're like 70 years old, man. What are you doing? All right, here we go.
Did you just key a Tesla the other day?
What?
You're on video. Yeah. This is the guy. You just keyed a Tesla. You got a video online. I just saw it. It's all over the fucking face. The media.
There is foul language in this. Just give you a heads up, as you heard.
Yes, you did. You keyed a Tesla in a parking lot somewhere around here. What do you got to say about that?
I didn't do that.
Well, you're on video. I plainly saw you doing it. You pulled up right next to it and then you keyed it.
Oh shit.
You want to bet?
Whatever.
Okay. Well, they got your license plate. I'm surprised you haven't been contacted by the police yet.
Let him do it.
I mean, what do you have to say? I mean, I saw you do it. I'm just curious. I mean, just because of Elon, you're wearing a USA t-shirt, driving a Korean car. Why would you key an American car? The guy's probably a Democrat that owns it. I think it's a woman. I mean, I'm just curious why you did that. You just don't have anything to say about that? Neither one of you guys do?
Nope.
Okay. You're handicapped too. I mean, this is just kind of ridiculous. Well, good luck to you, sir. Hope you learned a lesson. Chase Bank.
You know how fast he drives off. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Why is he driving away so quickly? Look, man, like I said, you're like 70 years old. Why are you acting? Look, nobody should be doing this, period. But I would not expect this from somebody who of his age. He should be more. Look, you know better than that, man, or you should. So here is a statement from the chief of police in San Jose. Within less than 24 hours of the viral vandalism incident being reported to the San Jose Police Department, we successfully identified, located, and arrested the individual responsible for this act of felony vandalism. This senseless crime and its subsequent consequences should serve as a clear reminder, no matter one's personal beliefs or frustrations, they do not justify illegal actions. I urge everyone to respect one another and, above all, respect the law. San Jose Police Department Chief Paul Joseph. Well said. I'm so glad this guy was arrested and charged. This is what has to happen for this nonsense to stop. It needs to be a full frontal, a coordination with law enforcement, local, state, and federal law enforcement to crack down on this and say, hey, you know what? We're not going to put up with this. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, this is not allowed to happen in the United States. So this is from the Daily Caller. Most alleged Tesla Charger vandals have one thing in common: she, they pronouns. Let's read this article a little bit. 3 of the 4 alleged Tesla facility and Charger vandals appear to identify as transgender or non-binary. The alleged perpetrators of different Tesla properties all identify as transgender, cross-dress, or go by she, they pronouns. Left-wing vandals have been targeting Tesla facilities nationwide and even internationally to protest Elon Musk and the Trump administration. These attacks have attracted the attention of the Department of Justice. Attorney General Pam Bondi, she released a statement Tuesday branding the swarm of attacks as nothing short of domestic terrorism. Justin Thomas Nelson, 42 years old, who goes by Lucy Grace Nelson, was charged by complaint with 1 count of malicious destruction of property, and then in Lyons, Colorado on January 29th, according to the DOJ. This is this person right here who allegedly threw a Molotov cocktails at cars, lives with mom and calls herself baby. Nelson lived at home due to emotional problems. Nelson's father told the Post he changed his name to Lucy a few years ago. He has several social media posts where he refers to himself as baby, and another post shows a Nazi flag on fire, which was filed by police with an affidavit. Here we go, another one. Aaron L. White, 27, was apprehended and charged with felony criminal damage to property and trespass, according to Fox. White allegedly vandalized a Tesla center in Illinois, leaving messages criticizing President Donald Trump and Elon Musk advocating for trans rights. White has used she, they pronouns according to her LinkedIn profile and other reports. Aaron L. White, a resident of the Chicago suburb of Buffalo Grove, was arrested on charges. Oh, there we go. This is the she, they. This is crazy stuff, man. Here's another one. Adam Matthew Lansky, 41 years old, was formerly accused of possessing Molotov cocktails while attempting to destroy Tesla property at a Salem, Oregon car dealership, according to a DOJ press release. Social media records show Lansky allegedly went by the alias Allison Tesla on X with the content featuring trans pornography. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is Matthew Lansky right here. Born 1983, has been federally charged by the DOJ with illegally possessing unregistered destructive vehicle device. Yeah, you can see right here. This is crazy. This is crazy stuff. Look. We can disagree on stuff, whether you're left or right in the center. We can disagree, but it's okay to have a diverse opinion, a diverse way of thinking, or politically, whatever it is. That's okay. We can share ideas. We can agree, disagree, and go on about our day, which is, I think, is how it used to be, is how it should be now. But this has gotten out of control. Just because you don't agree with the president and his administration does not mean you need to cause destruction to property and businesses and things like that. I mean, look, I don't cutting government waste is a good thing. Finding corruption in the government is a good thing. So look, I know a guy who said his son owns a Tesla and doesn't like Elon Musk because of his alignment with Trump, and he sold his car. He sold it. Okay, that's fine. That is an appropriate way to deal with things. He didn't get rid of it and then set the whole dealership on fire. I think, look, I think taking that route is a lot better. It's definitely a lot better. If you want to, you have freedom of speech to say certain things, and you can boycott companies. That is totally fine. You have every right to do that. But causing damage to property, and I've seen videos of people just flipping off Teslas, people driving in Tesla just because not knowing who's inside the car. I've seen people pop tires and things. It's just crazy. Like, you don't know whose car that is. This is somebody's vehicle that they've worked hard for. Teslas, they're not cheap. Excuse me, they're not cheap vehicles. So you're destroying somebody's hard-earned money, and that's not okay. This person did nothing to you. There's no reason to attack a Tesla just because you don't agree with the guy who owns the company. Elon's done a lot of great things. He just brought back astronauts from who were stranded in outer space. He's employed tens of thousands of people. And Tesla was, people used to love it, because, the electric vehicles and the environment and all that. And now, all of a sudden, I bet these same people who were protesting in the streets and laying on the ground and vandalizing art galleries or whatever it is for climate change are these same people setting vehicles on fire. It's craziness. I'm going to leave that right there. I just want to give you an update on the situation. I'm so glad some of these people have been brought to justice. And the more that this happens, the more people that are brought in and charged, they're facing up to 5 to 20 years in prison. The more this happens, the quicker this happens, the better chance we'll see of this happening less. That's the thing, is law enforcement has to come down to send a strong message. So great job on acting very quickly on this. Shout out to Pam Bondi, Cass Patel, Dan Bongino, doing a great job. So you're keeping America safe and putting these people behind bars is what we have to deal with this. But all right, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.